Hello friends and welcome to my YouTube channel Simply Stocks, and today it is the question answer session. It is Sunday and I'm also going to talk about HDFC AMC shares. So let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation. People taking any position into any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research, and I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Now about HDFC AMC, and when I put up this video about a few days back, a week to 10 days back, everybody was quoting in the comment box that the stock will not fall. I mean, majority of the people were quoting that the stock will not fall. It will not go to 2800 levels, 3000 levels. It's heading to 4000, 5000 levels, and I cautioned investors on the same that the stock is expensive. Some of the stocks in the market is expensive. The market itself is expensive, and we could see a major correction coming in. We could be seeing a trailer of the market correction at the moment. And as far as HDFC AMC is concerned, and I'm going to stick my neck out and here say, and you can take your own decision with standard disclaimer that applies, that HDFC AMC share might not give you a lot of growth in the next 1 year. So you might not see 4000 plus levels in HDFC AMC anytime soon, and we could see correction to 2600 to 2700 levels, at least closer to 2700, 2750. Probably a good price to accumulate at that level. If the stock goes up a lot, wait for corrections, because I believe next year we could see major corrections in all these stocks like Bata, HDFC AMC, or Bajaj Finance, etc. And we could see a major correction in other stocks as well, which are mid and small cap, in which the run up has been extremely huge. We have seen some of the stocks that run up 2 or 3 times in the larger mid cap arena. We have seen a stock like DMart going to about 2000 levels and trading at over 100 times earnings at the moment. So we could see not a major correction, but we could see, you can say, stabilization of the prices during 2020. So avoid buying on major up moves in HDFC AMC. And also we could see massive market correction as a whole. So all high flying stocks should correct, that is my opinion. And small caps will find favor. Those stocks that have not moved over the last 2.5 years, but the earnings have been good, they would find favor from Feb March next year. I have a firm belief in that, because the correction in those small caps have been pretty big. Now about the questions from the viewers. Mukund Mahapatra has requested that I put videos on sectors. Well, I have put some of the videos on sectors as well. If you look at on my video bar on the all the videos that I have put up, some of the videos in 2017 and or in 2018, early part of 2018, I have put up which relates to more or less the paint industry, the oil industry, and so on and so forth, and where it is headed. So some of the sectors, housing finance companies has also been covered in that, and we have seen what has happened to housing finance after that. That video was put up when DHFL etc were doing reasonably well, so you can watch those videos. I'll definitely put up more videos on sectors in the coming weeks. uh, Narendra has asked me as to please make a video on Deepak Nitrite, Bata, and VIP. Sure, Narendra. In the coming weeks, I'll definitely put up those videos, probably in a week or two. Especially on Bata, I would like to put up a video because the stock has run up a lot, and people did not notice that the stock was probably a 8,000 crore company or something of that sort, and right now it is, I think, a 15,000 crore company, so nearly doubled from what its value is. Or I don't know the exact price at the moment, but it's around 1800, 1700 rupees, from being a 700-800 rupees about a year back, year and a half back. So a big move in Bata. So definitely we'll put up videos on these stocks. An opinion on Rupa industry is asked by Shiva Kumari. Is it next page industry that is being asked? I do not agree with that. I think page industry is one of its kind company. Rupa is good, but again, if you look at the management, the way they have the management of page industries, the way they have increased the shareholder value over the last 10 years has been absolutely outstanding. There have been two companies that have done outstandingly well, Page Industries and Aisha Motors, over the last 10, 11 years in those 5,000 companies that are listed. And I believe Rupa is in the same domain, yes, and they'll always command a reasonable PE, but not quite of the leader. So Page Industries is always taking market share away from companies like Rupa and their other competitors. So these companies, I believe, which are second, third, fourth in the rankings, may continue to shrink, and Page Industries may continue to become bigger. Yes, they had a poor Q1, they had a poor show in Q4 of last financial year, Page Industries, but they're going to come back big time when the consumption really picks up. And I believe this is just a blip in a very you can say attractive journey of Page Industry that we have seen over the last decade. Uh, Also, Shiva Kumari has requested for analysis on Everest Industries and South-based Heritage Foods. Surely, on both the companies are going to put up a video in the coming weeks, so wait for that. Heritage Food is a very good company, in my opinion, but I'll put up a detailed video on it for sure. HDFC AMC FL India is 500 rupees down. Now, should I buy this stock or not? I'm sorry for the spelling mistakes in here. Whatever messages that have come in directly, I have pasted in this presentation so that it looks real as to what they have. I mean, the viewers have put up the question is exactly the same is coming in here because of statutory reasons. So Venki M has asked for the correct price to buy into HDFC AMC. We have already discussed that HDFC AMC is a good buy around 2700, 2800, and keep accumulating over the next year, year and a half. It will give you big rewards over the next 10 years. Uh, Also, FL India is a good company. It is in a very good sector, a rising sector. But again, do your own due diligence before buying it. I need to analyze the stock completely and then can suggest on it. But surely HDFC AMC is a good buy around 2700 if it goes to those levels. Stanley has asked about LT Foods at 22. I would suggest that you avoid because this sector has been marred by corporate governance issue. Not the company, but other companies in this sector has been marred by corporate governance issue. This is a company that relies on rice prices and rice production, etc. It is a commodity play, and I don't like many commodity stocks for investments. I would say it's an avoid. Can we buy NTPC Power for long term? I guess that you're considering that because I have discussed about long-term stocks in the field of uh, high dividend yields, that if you want to get high dividend yields other than having to put up with fixed deposits, go for some of the stocks which give high dividend yields. NTPC might not give you a stock appreciation in the same manner. Yes, in the power sector it is a leader, but the sector itself is in doldrums. But over a period of time, yes, it is one of the safest stock to buy it. So if your risk appetite is low, NTPC is a good stock to invest in. The next question that have come in is from Bhaskar Singh, and he's saying that do you feel Hero Motocorp is a great company and is such a low valuation? Yes, Hero Motocorp is a very good company to invest for the long haul. You can easily get 15 to 18% or 12 to 15% year on year growth on your investment over the next 7 to 10 years. But do not expect a major move in the next year, year and a half, as I explained with the auto companies, four wheelers, and you can say heavy commercial vehicles. Similarly, it goes for two-wheelers as well. Over the next 15-18 months, I don't see any appreciation in sales numbers and hence profitability. But after a year and a half, I'm pretty much confident that the auto sector will perform well, probably to the second half of 2020, and especially in 21 and 22 it will do really well. This is how the cycle always goes, if you look at over the last 20 years. So Hero MotoCorp, good time to invest over the next 15-18 months. Keep on doing an SIP monthly and you'll get good rewards in the longer run. Check 3 Man has asked about Larsen Toubro. It is a very good company in the domain of infrastructure, construction, ancillary play, but it has been marred by the current developmental slowdown in India, and you can say real estate, construction slowdown, and low investment from industries. When it picks up, this is going to zoom. Otherwise, this will give you that sort of a feeling that you have bought a very good company, good dividend, etc., but the stock is not moving. So you can take your pick, but probably over the next 6-7 years it's going to move sometime. I don't know when the investment cycle will pick up. Over the last 8 years I've been hearing that it will pick up, but till now it has not. So you can take your own call in this. Repco Home, a very attractive valuation. Some of the people have said this. Now, home finance companies, kindly go through my housing finance video on HFC companies. I believe anything which relates to finance and lending, a normal investor has to stay away. We saw what happens with Carvey Stockbroking Limited with the pledging of shares and so on and so forth. When there's pledging involved, loans involved, and etc., it gets very complicated. So I believe in simpler businesses like you can say any FMCG company or smaller FMCG consumer companies, companies which are cash rich, IT companies, and so on. Simple businesses providing services, getting money, providing goods, getting money straight away. I believe that is better. But if you feel like Repco Home Finance is good enough, you can go ahead and buy. But I stay away from finance and banking firms altogether. Ceylon exploration, is it a good time to buy an Alpha Geo? I do not think so, especially in this sector, because oil need to go beyond $100 per barrel for this sector to do well. They are into debt a lot, although Ceylon exploration and Alpha Geo are in less debt. But the sector itself, shipping and drilling, etc., oil drilling and so on and so forth, is not doing that well. So probably if you want to invest for the next 4 or 5 years, I do not think this sector would be justified. Auto ancillary would probably do fairly better if it's not doing it the at today. I believe FMCG would do really well. Consumer durables would do well. But buy on corrections, don't buy immediately. So these are the you can say sectors to look at. So this was my video on the question answer session, and please like and subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so that you can get my video straight away when I post it, and keep your questions coming in. Thanks a lot for watching.